Coming up next on Long Haul Trucking's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt. 1 year ago, he was crowned Peterbilt's #1 superfan. Rick MickClerkin drove away his prize, a brand new 567 Heritage. But how has life changed for the superfan? Later, Rick shows off the innermost sanctum of his lifelong undertaking, a shrine to Peterbilt history.
This is Peterbilt part #1.
Get the latest news from Xtreme Trailers. Their new step deck trailers are heading to an Ohio firm that puts family first.
There's women here that have been here since before I was born.
And our man about the motorways, Joe Harewicz, is crawling under, over, and around to discover how the world's best builders at LHT create custom one-of-a-kind rigs.
Seriously though, what's one tool I need?
These stories and more, right here, right now, on Long Haul Trucking's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt.
Well, modern day cowboys, the kings of the road, crossing this country, carrying the load. We'll get it where you need it to be. All you gotta do is call. It don't matter the distance. We're in it for the long haul. We're in it for the long haul. Yeah. We're in it for the long haul. Yeah.
Welcome into Long Haul Trucking's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt. I'm your host, Dakota Vandenberg, and now it's time for our lead story, an update on Peterbilt's #1 superfan.
Dateline, Louisville, Kentucky, and the world's largest truck show. Back in 2018, Peterbilt conducted an intense nationwide search for the #1 Peterbilt superfan, and 5 of America's best truck drivers made the cut. The winner drove home in this brand new Peterbilt 567 Heritage. It's Peterbilt truck number 1,000,000 to roll off the line. Get ready, someone's life is going to change.
Please welcome Rick MickClerkin, Peterbilt #1 superfan.
Rick MickClerkin quickly became a truck ambassador.
I have met so many people since I became the superfan, people of my own interest and people from all around the world. And telling the Peterbilt story is my favorite thing.
If he's not talking about trucks, driving trucks, he's obsessed with trucks, yes. But in a good way, yeah.
Rick's new truck fits right in at his home in San Jose, California, amid a staggering collection of Peterbilts from many eras.
Right there, that's what it's all about. Look at that chrome. Look at that stance. Look at that smile. That's a Peterbilt right there. I love the Peterbilt style of the aerodynamic front end because of the pod-mounted headlights. And you could tell one of these coming down the road from miles away when the rest of the trucks all look the same. The proud red oval.
But come Monday morning, it's back to work for Rick and his Pete. Together, they serve many of the world's leading high-tech firms all over Silicon Valley. On this day, Rick and his Pete are moving dirt, helping build new housing in the Bay Area.
Because we're such a large economy in California and so much construction goes on, and Peterbilt is so popular out here, it's just everywhere you look is a Peterbilt.
After work, Rick shares the innermost sanctum of his lifelong undertaking, a shrine to significant Peterbilt artifacts.
Considered high-tech at the time, This is for parts research.
Rick catalogs, stores, and studies a rare collection of original Peterbilt blueprints, documents, and long-lost designs.
And this was Al Peterman's dream when he bought the factory to build a chain drive logging truck. And here is the drawing that they drew for him in 1940. A little hard to see, faded, but this is the script for the first Peterbilt emblem that went on the first Peterbilt truck. The date is 6/14/1939. This is Peterbilt part number 1. Seriously, 01-1. This drawing is dated 1939. We like to see them with the fuel tank guards, so the logs, when they're loading them, fall off. It doesn't dent the fuel tank. This shrine is very important because Peterbilt helped build this country. They started out with heavy-duty logging trucks and construction trucks. They were very much involved in the building of the highway system.
It's clear Rick the superfan is firmly rooted with a keen sense of Peterbilt perspective.
Help people learn more about the history of trucking. Peterbilt played a very important part in the building of this country, and I want to be there to tell everybody about it and save that history.
When Long Haul's King of the Road roars back, an Xtreme Trailer road trip to the Ohio Valley. The strongest and lightest trailers in the biz arrive at another family-owned company, a place where pride still matters. And climb in the cab with the Wolfman, Long Haul Trucking's Tim Wolf from Green Bay, Wisconsin. And send us your latest cool trucking picks. Check out a few ones that came in this week. He's back, Baxter the Golden Retriever and a long-nosed Pete. Any other dog-loving truckers out there? Hit send now. Long Haul Trucking's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt, is brought to you by Peterbilt. Class pays. Dish Outdoors. TV in HD, connecting you coast to coast. By Allstate Peterbilt, giving truck operators every advantage, every day. By Quick Draw, the #1 name in rolling tarp systems. And by Xtreme Trailers, innovation moving forward.
Welcome to Long Haul Trucking's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt. I'm your host, Dakota Vandenberg, and let's keep on trucking.
The workday starts early at Xtreme Trailers. The bustling factory in Dover, Ohio is at the heart of an industrial manufacturing revolution.
Additional modifications.
Company president and founder Les Smith leads the morning roll call.
We still have those 4 trailers that needed axles put on. Shouldn't be too terribly long on that. He had 3 guys back on.
As the mission to design and build the strongest and lightest trailers in the transportation industry roars forward.
All right, thanks, guys.
On the factory floor, the Xtreme team is working on orders for their popular step deck trailers.
The whole XS series, we've designed that around the real market needs today. So you have a lot of machinery, a lot of equipment for the ag companies, and it continues to become heavier and heavier and taller. So it takes a special need, special demand, and a special product to really haul those.
Our design is significantly different than anything that's on the market now, and I believe that provides us the flexibility to make our trailer lighter, also significantly stronger.
We did the same things that we did on the flatbed side. The weight savings that we get out of our step decks is what's put us above everybody else.
Xtreme Trailers and their one-of-a-kind features are all patented. As a result, they've been able to develop a game changer for all truckers.
We do some things that are very unique. We have this area here we call the control center. So all of our ABS valves, brake valves, some accessory valves, everything's located just in front of the suspension. Makes it very nice, easy access, and again, it goes back into maintenance. Our outriggers are really help support the outer rail. In this industry, especially when you're hauling on step decks, you see folks haul a lot of machinery and equipment, you get a lot of weight on the outer rails. So with the unique design of our outer rail, it gives us added support so we can really haul the heavy loads.
One of the many secrets to success at Xtreme is the atmosphere. They've created a family-friendly vibe, working as a team and sharing in the victories.
It's not a job, it's work, it's family. I've never been in an atmosphere like this. I mean, everybody gets along. It's not like, oh God, I get up in the morning, I gotta go to work. You wanna come to work.
Some of the new trailers are heading up the road to a longtime Xtreme customer, P.I. Motor Express. Much like Xtreme Trailers, P.I. are a close-knit company. They value hard work, high-tech, and family traditions.
P.I. Motor Express, which was founded by my grandfather, picture behind me, always keeping an eye on me, in 1951.
Close to 70 years of a trucking tradition in Ohio.
There's women here that have been here since before I was born. So that's awesome.
Mutual respect and doing what you say you're going to do. There's a lot of people out right now that just, they'll tell you what you want to hear and not follow up. And they taught me that's not how you treat others and that's not how you want to be treated.
Grit. It's a lot of grit, a lot of hard work. You just hear stories of how they cared for the community, how they cared for the employees, and how they cared for the customers. So it just makes you have a deep sense of pride.
Once you learn how to drive a truck, it's a very portable career. If you want to live in the Midwest, you want to live in the South, you want to live in the West, you can take that skill anywhere you want it to go because you are in demand. Truck drivers are in demand, and they respect the people around them, and they deserve the respect that they should get as well.
Trucking class is now in session.
I've learned a lot actually so far. Safety, securement. I've learned the importance of actually having all your equipment, proper trip planning, pre-trip and post-trip.
And Professor Maggie shares the best techniques for tomorrow's truckers.
We're gonna do this, we have to do it right. And you have to have a strong training program to do that.
I mean, just the trucking industry in general, I like it because no 2 days are ever really the same. And like when you're really like on operations and dispatch and stuff like that, it's like you get to put together a little puzzle every day.
One secret to the success at P.I. is utilizing Xtreme Trailers. And just like their name, trailer maintenance is
extremely easy. Les and Xtreme, they have made everything simple down the center, air lines to electrical lines, all easy access, no hidden panels to move.
The innovation that Les and the people at Xtreme Trailers have been able to do with cutting a little bit of extra weight without giving up the strength has been very important to us because tractors have gotten heavier so that you have more driver comforts and things like that, so you have to figure out how do you get that weight back so we can haul a payload that makes the customers happy.
Meanwhile, back at Xtreme Trailers, work continues on the strongest and lightest trailers in the biz. And working together as a family, well, that makes it so much sweeter.
Not only myself, but my son's working here, my wife working here. Continue to grow our company and be inspired by someone like P.I. Looking forward into our third generation and fourth generation.
It's a lot of fun to watch this business grow alongside of my father and brother and my mom. We pour our hearts and souls into this business and day in and day out, and it's just a lot of fun to really watch it take off. It's unbelievable.
Still ahead, ready, set, build. Find out what it takes to create a one-of-a-kind rig for long-haul trucking. And we'll hit the highway with a driver who has found the perfect job. Please stay tuned.
No one builds them like they do here at Long Haul Trucking. Ready, set, build.
Great trucks attract great drivers, but it all starts with what else? Great truck builds. A question, what makes long-haul trucking the best? First up, Rabo, the Paul Bunyan of truck builds. Now, long haul is known for having some of the best truck builds on the planet. What's the key to long haul success? What do you guys do really well?
All three. Work together with everybody and just kick ass. A lot of work, a lot of trucks. Put the graphics on them, the chrome, the APUs, everything.
Every time I get a hankering to do a little tooling around my garage, what can I do? What's a simple tip for a weekend warrior like me if I'm, mincing about with my truck?
I think you should stick behind the mic and Don't try and work anything, Joe.
I sense a little rancor from Bravo. Up next, the skater boy of design and graphics, the edgy and dangerous Justin. I must admit, when I see him, I hear circus music.
You know, Peterbilt's the most iconic, you know, it's one of the most iconic American brands. I mean, it's right up there with Levi's, you know, it's Peterbilt.
Yeah,
so on top of that, doing some, you know, old school graphics with the fat stripes, you know, that's what's hot. So that's what we're doing. Well, we're not doing it because that's what's hot. We created that's what's hot.
Great ideas, the best tools, knockout graphics, but sometimes it comes down to brute power.
When King of the Road returns, climb into the cab with the Wolfman as we meet long-haul trucking driver Tim Wolf and his Pete. From pulling the load to the back roads of America, the Wolfman knows how to do it. Please stay tuned. Long-haul trucking's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt, is brought to you by Peterbilt. Class pays. Blaine Brothers, one family of companies. Everything you need for the road ahead. By LubeTech, accelerating performance. By Long Haul Trucking, running on the power of promises kept. And by AirTabs, more than fuel savers.
Hey guys, I'm Dakota Vanderberg and you're watching Long Haul Trucking's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt.
I'm Tim Wolf and I've been driving for long haul for 18 years. Just cleaning things up. Just got back for the weekend and just getting it all washed up and put away.
He was trucking since he's been 16. And we started dating when we were 19, 20, 21 in there. And then he stopped for just a short amount of time and tried to do like a construction type occupation, and that was not Tim's calling. So he went back to truck driving, and he has been trucking ever since. I always tell everyone he is by far the hardest working person I've ever met in my life, and I think that's why I fell in love with him.
It is a disease. It's when you put your left hand and your right hand on the wheel, and you feel the truck come up through your arm. It's like anybody that drives a loader or a backhoe or anything. When you see them it's almost an extension of their fingertips. It's the same thing here. The truck becomes an extension of your fingertips. Whatever your mind wants it to do, it'll do. It just comes alive, yeah. This one here, I bought that one in 2010, late 2010, and it's been a good truck. It's done its job. Family, if you don't have a strong family, you can't do the challenges on the road. You got to know that everything's going to be okay here in order to go, you know.
Who he is, and I know that that's what he loves to do, and I would never ask him to do anything else. We're all kind of accustomed to him driving and being gone, and we've made it work this long, and yeah, I can't see him doing anything else at this point.
For athletic activities per se, I didn't really have my dad there. I think the first game he actually came to of mine, football game, was in 8th grade, and I cried when he first showed up because I couldn't believe that he actually made the time to come to one of my games.
He does try to get to most of my games. It does help though, because when Kyle, he would be like in football, so that would be on Tuesdays. But for dance, that would always be like Friday night games. So usually he tries to make it to most of them.
Back when I came to long haul, the revenue, you can't beat it as far as rates on the loads, the places you can go, the service. You know, it's top notch. It's not one iota one way. It's a straight and narrow, top notch company, and that's what I like about it. The trust that is between long haul and myself, and long haul and any other driver, is just you can't beat it. Told John a couple times this is where I'm going to retire, and I haven't changed my mind.
That's about all the time we have left for today. Thanks for watching Long Haul Trucking's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt. I'm your host, Dakota Vanderberg. Hit us up on social media if you get the chance. And like I always say, we're in it for the long haul.
Make sure to hit us up on social media. Please send us a story idea, favorite route, or trucker time-saving hack. Please tune in next week as Dakota and Joe share the latest news on the Peterbilt 579 Ultraloft. Jolting Joe Harewicz continues to showcase cool custom truck builds. And who sent us the coolest trucker pics on social media? Here's a few of our faves.
We'll get it where it needs to be. All you gotta do is make the call. It don't matter the distance. We're in it for the long haul. 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 Yeah, we're in it for the long haul.
And we'll see you next time on Long Haul Trucking's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt.